Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
And when you talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful, you got to start with his head. This guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, second and third reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
First down, here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Burrow's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Complete to
when the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Second and 4 at the Ravens' 9-yard line.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cincinnati.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's a run with Mixon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The numbers for Mixon last week, 12 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own
the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short path.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. He's going to take off with it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. That's a 44-yard line.
On second down, Ingram. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Joe Burrow's sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Complete to C.J. Uzomah.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
It's a gain of
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Bengals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The return man is Hill. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jackson's
trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Justin Tucker.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Gain of 29 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep